Hello guys, Jerry here with Cole Banker and the realestateprofessional.com. Today I'm going to talk about disclosure and specifically about Urea-Formaldehyde Foam Insulation. Basically I had a situation where I had a client that owned a home that was 45 years old and they were looking to sell their home, and I asked the question to them, do you know if your home includes or has had installed this type of insulation? And basically it was a question mark to them, and they had no idea what the response to that was, and they didn't know. And basically guys, this is where an opportunity for liability is. If you are completely sure that this type of insulation, and just to sort of recap guys, Urea-Formaldehyde insulation is basically an insulation that was used in the 60s and 70s primarily, and basically has been linked to cancer in animals, and some irritants and asthmatic irritants with regard to humans. Hasn't actually been linked to cancer in humans, but basically in 1980 it was outlawed and it's illegal to have installed as an insulation to your home. So obviously with any home that you're selling, you have to disclose any potential issues that you've had or are currently having. But what's interesting is that a lot of people know that, but a lot of people are not aware that if you don't know something, that you really should disclose that to a potential purchaser as well. So here's a potential situation. These people have no idea if their home contains urea-formaldehyde, and they get an offer, and very clearly on the second page of the agreement purchase sale, clause 11, it says that the vendor warrants, i.e. guarantees, that their property does not contain this urea-formaldehyde insulation. Now, by giving this guarantee, they open themselves up to potential litigation after the fact if it's found out that their home contains this type of insulation. Now, this is not so much of an issue. If you're 100% sure it doesn't exist, great. You don't have a problem. If you're 100% sure it does exist, then you disclose it, and then it's up to the purchaser how they want to approach that situation. It's when you don't know it, and you're not 100% sure, and then you don't disclose that, and then after the fact, this is discovered that it does contain this type of insulation, then you are liable for that. So the approach that you should be taking here is, if you, in this particular specific case, you should have that particular clause deleted and a property condition disclosure statement executed outlining the things that you don't know for 100% sure about the property. This property condition disclosure statement is a great document to execute in every situation where you're going to sell your home, so that way there's a complete outline of all the different things that you are 100% sure of that you don't know but are disclosing, and then you're shifting the onus onto the purchaser to perform due diligence, saying, I don't know that if my property contains urea-formaldehyde, and it's up to you now to do the investigation and to determine if it does or does not exist. So you're shifting the potential for litigation and liability from the vendor onto the purchaser. And if they don't perform their correct due diligence, or they discover this particular issue with, in this particular case, this insulation, and they just then decide to purchase the property, then they can't come back to the vendor afterward and say, well, I didn't know about this, you didn't disclose this to me. So guys, first thing, if you are not 100% sure about a particular issue in your home, disclose that as well. And in this particular case, if you are aware or 100% not sure that if the urea-formaldehyde exists in your home, then you want to make sure you delete that clause in any potential agreement purchase sale, and that you have the property disclosure statement to follow up, and that way you remove the potential liability from yourself. If you guys have any more questions, you can email me at jerry@therealestateprofessional.com.